Hello and welcome. Me and my dear wife have been planting trees, lots of trees, and it's encouraged birds and other wildlife, which is great. We're really happy about it. But we thought it'd be quite nice so we can share with you pictures, images, video of this wildlife. And especially the birds going in and out of their little bird boxes that I've built for them. It's rather lovely, to be honest. So we thought to ourselves, what do we need? We thought, why not a trail camera? You know, like a camera they use on the hunts and places like that. A wildlife camera. Something you could leave outside in the rain and forget about it. Something you haven't got to sit there and wait, touching the button, the shutter release, to take your pictures or your video. So we bought one of these. Yes, I pressed the buy button. And I bought this via CD Discount, which is a French outlet. It's a bit like an Amazon type thing in France. So we're going to open this up, and this is an unboxing of a trail camera. And what one is it going to be? Oh, I wonder. I can't remember now. It's a Campark. That's it. It's a Campark. Campark T100, if I remember rightly. I haven't opened this yet, as you can see. So let's have a look, shall we? All right. Regarding the packaging, quite a decent box. The box, it's not rattling too much. It's not like Amazon, where you have a box that big for something that big. That's my experience anyway. So that is what we bought, and that is the box it was delivered in. I think that's respectable, to be honest. If you have to have a box, it is at all. So that's what we got. We have got ourselves a Campark T100. I was right. I remembered right. I did. And it's a 4K UHD camera. Yeah, video camera. Also does pictures as well of 30 megapixels. And it's Wi-Fi connection, and it's IP66 waterproof, and a 0.35 trigger time. So when like a little birdie flies past, it'll trigger this within 0.35 of a second, which is pretty darn quick, I would say, wouldn't you? So on the outside of the box, it says digital trail camera, a trail and capture the image of animal and human activity, yeah. So you could use it as a security camera if you wanted to. It's got a 30 megapixel, 20 megapixel, and 8 megapixel image resolution. Don't forget, it's not just about megapixels when you talk about resolution. I'm a photographer, so I know this, and a woodworker. But the thing about image resolution, you need sharpness and clarity within that. It's not just about how many dots there are. It's 65 feet or 20 meter triggering distance. That's the distance from the camera itself before it gets activated. And it's got 4K, 2K and 1080p HD video recording, 0.3 seconds trigger speed. Advanced night vision. It does actually look quite good, the night vision on this. Wi-Fi connection with a smartphone, so I believe you can download all the images and stuff like that via your smartphone. 20 meters range with the IR infrared LEDs and IP66 waterproof level. It's RoHS compliant, and yes, it's made in China, like everything, sadly. But that is this one has been distributed via Ireland in Cork because they're in the EU. Operation temperatures are from minus 20 degrees to 60 degrees C. So it's pretty darn cold and pretty darn hot. So that's fairly impressive, actually. That is hot. Now, I was flying my drone a couple of years ago in that really hot summer that we had, and it literally, not crashed as in, it literally froze in the air. The software crashed. So that wasn't very helpful. So hopefully this doesn't do that, but it's on the ground anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we're opening up the box. We are. In there we have our user manual. That's the first thing we're presented with. And the user manual is, so far, on the front cover, is in English. I bought this in France, remember? And there is a series of languages. There's Chinese there. I think it's all English. Chinese, 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 Chinese. English. English, English. There's no... I don't know if that's legal in France, but it's English and Chinese. They should be, because we bought it in France, I'm pretty certain there should be French in this. It's just 2 languages, Chinese and English. Right, so let's have a look. What's my first impressions going to be on its build quality? In the box, we do have a mount. Oh, there goes my light. Just a second. I'm not editing this video, so I do apologise for that. We have a physical mount, which has got some sort of ball arrangement here, and a screw-on plate, quarter jack, so you can screw it onto the bottom of your camera, and then mount it on a wall. You've also got on the side here, a strap and a cable. So you've got a micro USB, you know, the more square one, USB connection, no, mini USB connection, and a strap. And the strap is so you can strap it around a tree or something if that's what you want to do. I'm probably going to be using a more physical mount or a stand of some description or a tripod. I don't really want to be strapping it to trees if I can help it. It just makes it a bit of a faff. Okay, let's get back to the first impressions of this camera. This is not a usage review, it's just literally an unboxing and how I feel about it on first impressions. And in fact, so far, it feels really solid. Now, I paid €120 for this, so it was quite reasonably priced for a 4K camera. So it's not there. Anyway, so open these on the side here. So you've got your 2 catches on the side. These are plastic with metal pins for the hinges, and yeah, it feels quite substantial. At the top here you have your LEDs on the top here. You then got your actual camera, so it actually looks like a proper lens on there. And then we have 3 set forward-facing sensor. But also, unlike some of the other ones, you have a side sensor. You might get the occasional one that looks like a PIR sensor, but it's got 3 separate sensors, which is very good. And there's 2 little lights on there. I hope they're not light when it's on, because that just annoy animals. That'll frighten things, that wouldn't be very good. So I doubt they'll be on for all the time, is what I'm saying anyway. So, okay, so first impression is quite good. You've got your straps on the back. There's 2 sets of straps. You've got like a rope hole, and then your strap slot. It's rounded at the bottom here, so if it's on a post, it'll sit flat. And on the bottom there, you have, in brass, your 1/4 inch, tripod screw. So, first impressions, yeah, it's solid. I'm quite happy. I'm not so keen on these plastic latches on the side here, but how often are you going to have to open? You're not going to, you need to be careful, wouldn't you? They're not flimsy. They're just, I just think they could. I'd prefer metal, personally, but that's me. And before you start, in this doesn't make any sense. In German and in English, get the manuals in Chinese, Mandarin or something, So before you start, please insert the memory card and format it in the camera. Be careful. Don't think, I'll format it on my computer and then put it in the camera. You must format it in the camera, otherwise it won't recognise it. And that's quite normal on a lot of devices. I imagine it'll be the same with this one. Please tear off the protective films on the sensors, etc., and the lens, such as those on the front there. And to maximise capture result, when the battery power runs low, the camera will only take photos or record black and white videos in the photo-video mode. The video recording function and the IR LED consume a lot of power. So bear that in mind. Your video is going to be using a darn sight more power. You might want to be thinking about rechargeables in it. And if I remember right, I think there is, it takes 8 batteries. Now, the only thing about rechargeable, I haven't tried it yet, but rechargeable batteries are 1.2 volts, whereas alkaline batteries, for instance, are 1.5 volts. So would you get enough voltage? I don't know at this stage. This might be something you want to check, whether or not you can actually use rechargeable batteries. You've got a slider switch here to set it up and also to turn it on. And then we've got menu, shot, mode, replay, and then you've got your directional buttons and for your Wi-Fi. USB slot is on the bottom, and it's a standard USB SD card, USB. You've got USB slot and your SD card, standard SD card in the bottom there. You could use an adapter if you've got little tiny micro ones. It wouldn't make any odds. It'd be absolutely fine. And I think it can take up to 128 gigabytes. It might even be more than that, but I think it's 128. Let's have a look. Since I've said it. What is the specification? Memory, insert memory card, 12. Okay. Yes, 128 gigabytes of storage, which is quite a bit, to be fair. But remember, if you're using 4K video, you're going to be using a lot of space. Anyway, that's my little unboxing of the camera. And so far, so good. It looks like a nice little thing that it does. Can't be bad. So we've got some fun with that, and we'll be making some more videos. Now we've got the unit, and now we've got loads of birds in the garden and other animals as well, venturing on our 2.5 hectares. Yeah, can't be bad. Anyway, ta-ta.